What's going on, guys? It's Groove back with another one, and today we're going over the 48 Laws of Power. I'm not going to say this is my favorite book, but it's one of my favorite books. I bought the regular version. We got the $100 leather-bound version. And again, this book is it's just too much information to do a 10-minute video on it. So we're breaking this thing down into different parts. And today we are going to go over some of my favorite laws when it comes to work. The first law when it comes to work, it has to be law number one. You cannot outshine the master. You cannot outshine your boss, the people that are above you. You cannot make yourself seem grander than them. If you're going to do something at work, if you're going to accomplish a task, you have to give them credit. Never feel as though you're better than your boss, because that does not go well. And it seems kind of counterintuitive at first, but when you put your boss on a pedestal, when you make them feel superior, when you make them feel brilliant, when you make them feel more intelligent than you. Again, it may seem counterintuitive, but it helps you in the long run. It helps you gain prestige. It helps you get that next raise at your job. It helps you get that higher position at your job. When you're, and it doesn't mean that you have to brown nose. When you are tasked with something and you're, giving praise to the boss, oh, this wasn't me, this was because my boss made me into the person, he taught me well, or she taught me well, or I got the proper training I needed from the people above me. This is the reason why I was able to do this. If you're constantly giving praise and thanks to the people above you, this just helps you on your path in work, and it gets you to that next level by just praising the people above you. One interesting point about this law, when the master loves you, this is what it says, or when your bosses, think highly of you, never let that feel like you can do what you want in the workplace. That can lead you down a bad path, because sometimes you'll have those people who feel like, they love me upstairs, or, the bosses love me, I can just do what I want, I can get away with what I want. He says don't do that, because that always just leads you down a bad path. And again, if you're playing your position correctly, if you're playing your roles correct, just know that one day your master will fall, or your boss will fall, or they will move on to a different position, and you'll be the first person they recommend to come on up. So again, just play your role. You will outlive the master, you will outlive your boss, and you'll get into that position. Or you'll even outshine your boss and get into an even higher position. So just always play your role and, give thanks and give praise to the people above you. That's how you come up in work. So another law when it comes to work is law 7. And this is getting others to do work for you, but then taking the credit for it. Now, again, when it comes to, these laws of power, these things, they're not going to be pretty. So, these things aren't going to just be sunshine and rainbows. So just, take note. So again, with this law, you're going to use the knowledge, the wisdom, and the legwork of others to get the work done, and then you need to figure out how to take credit for that. Not only does this save you, time and energy at your job, but it will also, the bosses will look at you as though you're very efficient, you get things done really quickly, which again will just give you praise from them. Understand that when you take credit for something, the people who actually did the work, in the end, they're kind of forgotten. And it's just the one who got the credit for the work who's remembered. So again, you need to use these people to take credit for their work. So another law for work is law 13. Law 13 is when you're asking for help, appeal to people's interests. So it's really hard to force people to do what you want. And so you need to show people that, hey, this is going to be a benefit for the both of us. And once you show somebody how they will benefit, they'll be more willing to do what you want them to do. They will respond with enthusiasm when they know that they have also, again, something to gain from it. A key step to this is understanding a person's psychology, understanding their interests. And so for this, again, you can't just go to work and just, do your job, like get around, meet people, talk to them, see what their interests are. And this way you'll understand people and understand how to move them and get them to do what you want, because you'll know their interests. Another law for work is law 21, which is play the sucker. I really, really enjoyed this law. Like, this thing is great. It's kind of manipulative, but it can really help you in the workplace. If you play dumb, now it doesn't mean that you have to do crappy work. Like, do your work, do it good, do a great job at it, but just dumb down, like, don't try to seem like you know too much, or, you're that guy or you're that girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your work, but then play down your intelligence. When you make people feel smarter than you, they feel like you have no ulterior motives. You know, if you make people feel like you're not that worried about it, it's not something that you really want, you're more likely to get it or beat them out because they feel like you're not a competition. Again, when it comes to playing the sucker, if somebody feels like that you think that you're better than them or you're smarter than them, they will resent you. And so, again, you never want to make fun of somebody's intelligence or poke fun at them or tell them that you're smarter than them, because that can end badly. So always, again, always dumb yourself down. Tell them that they're smarter than you. Tell them that they are more intelligent than you. Make them feel better than you. In doing this, he says, you can, take somebody's guard down. If they think that you are dumber than you are, or again, if you constantly make somebody feel more intelligent than you are, it's easier to take their guard down, so then you can run circles around them when it comes to work. Another good law when it comes to work is Law 30. And you want to make your efforts seem effortlessly. Your actions at work, whenever you're completing these projects or tasks, you have to make them seem easier than they are. Never reveal how hard you worked. If somebody says, oh, you got that project done really, really good. Like, how was it? Was it hard? Oh, it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was easy. I just got through it. No biggie. And, all of this makes you seem grander than you are, seem greater than you are. He does say that this is really hard to do. Again, when you're trying to do something with ease, he says, as humans, we always want to show people how great we are and, accept praise from people. But he says we need to control this. When we have mystery surrounding what we do and how we do it, it just makes us appear more grand than we actually are. And people like us more, and we will get more power from that. And the last law when it comes to work has to be Law 38. Think as you like, but you must behave like others. So this kills so many people when it comes to work. People have this ego and this attitude that they don't want to change, or they don't want to be different. I'm just going to be me, and if they like it, they like it. If not, oh well. Like, that gets you nowhere in work. You have to understand that treat this thing like theater. You have to play your role, play your part. You have to put on that mask when you go out into the workplace. You can't just be yourself, and if they like it, they like it. If not, then oh well, that's their own problem. You need to conform to the culture of your work and your job, wherever you are. You need to conform to those people and the culture that surrounds that. And that's how you become successful at work. Again, when it comes to work, it's best to just blend in. You never really want to continuously show how unique you are to people, because that just makes people feel like you're looking down at them or looking down on them, and that you're better than them. So again, when it comes to work, you just want to blend in. Now, it doesn't mean just be boring or whatever, but you really just want to fit in with the culture of your job and of your work. And one quote he says from this, which I really loved, he says, wise and clever people learn early that you can display ideas and thoughts without actually believing them. So again, you can go into the workforce and you can, shake hands and kiss babies and, agree with these people and their ideas without actually believing them. And it's okay to do that. And, the wise and clever people, they do that. I thought that was pretty good. All right, so that's pretty much it for this one. Again, these are just some tips. We're going over some laws when it comes to work. And we're going to keep continuing this series going with some other things as far as life and friends. So yeah, hit a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.